it's Liz Yuille from Old Stables Crafts and welcome to another Simple Stamping Saturday. Can't believe we're on Saturday again. Today I have got this little project for you and it uses the lovely Sailing Home stamp set. This is gorgeous. It's perfect for all sorts of occasions. You can mix and match it with other stamp sets if you want to turn it into a birthday, that sort of thing. But yeah. And it comes, if you are into dies, you can get it with the smooth sailing dies at a discount because it is bundled. The whole suite is on pages 144 to 146 in your annual catalogue. It's just gorgeous. The paper is amazing. There are Memories and More cards, which I think may be in stock. Little trinkets, baker's twine, all sorts. It's just stunning. And do remember that if you like everything in the suite, you can order it all with just the one number, which is at the top of the page. And that's the same for all the suites. You've got the one number. That includes getting the 10% off the stamps and dies, but it just means you don't have to put in lots and lots of numbers. Anyway, this is the card that I am going to show you how to make. Now, I have had a few comments in recent weeks saying that you would like to see how I make the stepped up versions, which is kind of not what this is about. This is about the simple stamping and not the how to step it up. I do always talk through how I've stepped it up, but I don't intend to go through literally making those up. It is just a question of my talking it through. So I'm going to start by making this card again. I'm going to make a slightly different version in that I'm going to use Night of Navy rather than Sahara Sand. So it's going to be basically the same card but just in a different colour because I thought it would be quite fun to try it in a different colour. So this just needs a pack of note cards and envelopes, the stamp set and one ink pad. So it's a really easy place to start your stamping experience. So the stamps are stunning. They are beautifully made. All of the shading is done for you. So you just ink up your stamp, and let me just make sure I can see my original so I get the positioning in the right place. Always a good place to start. So this is the one we're in inverted commas copying. So I want to come a little bit further down than I thought I needed to. And you just stamp that. And the key is to not wobble too much, but to give the ink enough time to transfer from the stamp to the card. And there we are, simple as that. Then I've got the smaller of the two sailing boats, and I'm going to ink that up. And you can just check to see if you've got ink everywhere, and that's just going to come in just a little bit up to the right of the lighthouse. And then we've got our seagulls, so we're going to go in there and twist it just a little bit and go up there. And then our thanks, always good if you have that the right way up when you're stamping it, can just nestle, pop into the gap here. And there we have our simple card. This is, however, Simple Stamping Saturday, so once I have folded my note card and burnished it, I do suggest getting a bone folder as one of your early purchases. Get a really good solid bone folder and you won't regret it. I've also stamped, because it's Simple Stamping Saturday, on the envelope. I always stamp on the envelope for Simple Stamping Saturday. So again, we're going to take our small boat, ink it up, make sure we've got our envelope the right way up, stamp, and then the seagulls again, just ink those up and nestle those round the top of our sailboat. And that is our note card and envelope. Shut that up before I get ink everywhere. So really nice, quick little project. Although I call it Simple Stamping Saturday, it's not just for beginners, it's for people who want to do quick cards. Now you could obviously use Whisper White, A4 Whisper White cut to size if you wanted, so that you had a bigger surface. But for note cards and envelopes, this is it's a great starting point. But the whole point is that it's quick. One ink pad, sometimes I do 2 or 3, but one ink pad, one stamp set, and it's just a quick card. So my stepped up versions, and I will explain how I've made them. So this is my casual crafter. So I've introduced the twine that goes with the suite, and this is in Sahara Sand and Night of Navy. I've used both ink pads, so we've got the Lighthouse in Sahara Sand. I've just wrapped the twine round both the Sahara Sand and the Whisper White matte layer. I've stuck it on the back just with ordinary sticky tape and then added dimensionals to the back of the piece. And obviously I'd done the stamping before I did that, but you can see it's basically the same card. We're just using 2 colours and a bit more card and the coloured card. Now Navy and Sahara Sand are both in the neutrals pack, so by using these 2 colours you can order the neutrals selection pack and you get two sheets of each of the colours, so it's a really good way of getting a selection of colours. And then for my Avid Crafter, I've used the dies because why wouldn't I? This brilliant die actually cuts, so it makes a hole for you to put the twine through. But all I've done is stamp the sentiment on the banner die, and then, well, I stamped it and then cut it with the die, and I've cut these 2 with the dies, and other than that, it is the same. And I've just threaded the baker's twine so that it's behind the lighthouse. I put the baker's twine on and then the lighthouse. But yeah, so there we go. These use my standard measurements. So if you follow me regularly, you will know what measurements I use. I don't normally leave the dimensions on my Simple Stamping blog posts. I will, just so that you've got some idea of what I've used. And I will also, as ever, and I do this every week, I list everything that I have used, both for the casual, the simple, the casual and the Avid. I list all the products I've used in the order in which I've introduced them into the projects. So you do have that list. So if you are an Avid crafter, it should be fairly straightforward to work out how I've made it. Anyway, thank you very much indeed for watching. If you've enjoyed that, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you don't already do so. If you are in the UK and would like to purchase these products through me, there is a link below listing all the products and also to my online store. There's also a link to my blog post about this particular project, and I'll have photographs and close-ups and all that good stuff. And that is below. If you are looking to join Stampin' Up as a demonstrator, if you are in the UK, France, Germany, Austria or the Netherlands, I would be thrilled if you joined my team. It's always the best deal in the catalogue. And do remember that next week we get the new autumn-winter catalogue, so that's something to look forward to. 4th of September, that goes live for customers. Thank you very much indeed, and I look forward to seeing you again very soon. Have a great weekend.